Babism from the teachings of Bab. Okay. Now, Baha'u'llah wrote many books, including the Book of Certitude. That is a very nice book. I think this is the most beautiful book in the world that contains basic teachings, but he wrote many, many more. And of course, the followers are the Baha'i faith. Now, these two lines that separate the Baha'i faith from Baha'u'llah's teachings weren't easy to write there because when I knew about the Baha'i faith, I wanted to be member of the Baha'i faith. I think the Baha'i faith was faithful to the teachings of Baha'u'llah. Now I feel that they might be getting away, might be uh, deviating, taking another route from the real teachings of Baha'u'llah. So I did write the two lines. So in short, we have derived religions and an original religion. And the derived religions are made by humans. We are prone to mistakes easily. We are very prone. So the Baha'i faith, Babism, Islam, Catholic Church, Judaism, and the same for other religions are derived religions, and we could ignore them. I don't think they will make sense in many ways, and they will go against our better feelings in many ways. So I think that we could ignore them. But we should look into and get really into the original, the unique original religion. Now let's notice that the same as these derived religions hate each other, kill each other, have had wars even within of these lines, uh, but they in general think themselves as different from the others and hate each other. And that is very much different from the original religion, where they speak about the following one with love. More than that, because they speak as if they were themselves coming back, as if they were the resurrection, so as if they were one only being. And also they speak about the before the people who came before them with a lot of love. What Baha'u'llah says of the Bab is incredible, and so of Muhammad, and so of Jesus. I think that I start caring for what Baha'u'llah said when I read what he said about Jesus. It was so beautiful that I had to become interested. And of course, all of them of Moses. The other thing is the revelation. What they say is the revelation. And they are called the city of God or New Jerusalem. But rather than New Jerusalem, is renewed Jerusalem. City of God, of renewed city of God, or renewed Jerusalem. So the Gospels are the renewed Jerusalem. The Quran is once more, the Bayan is one more, and the more recent renewed Jerusalem are the book of Certitude and the other books by Baha'u'llah. So that's to make emphasis in that it's not a different religion, it's just renewed, it's just placed up to date, clean. So it's the same religion. There is only one religion, the original religion that is renewed periodically. So that's the main lesson. There is one original religion that it will be sad if we don't go to it and we don't know it and we don't know them. And because if we know them, we love them. There's no way out of that. And you cannot exclude any of them. You cannot say, I am a Christian, but not a Muslim, because if you are not prejudiced, you know that they are representatives of God. They say the same things, they, they do the same things, they just are a renovation. So, all or none, as if it were the same person, only one religion, the original religion of God. Okay, so that was the first part. Uh, there are derived religions that we could ignore, and there is the original religions that we should get into, we should study. Uh, that is, so if you do that, you don't find the nonsensical things. There are some hard things still that are tests for us or challenges, but not nonsensical things. Okay, so since Baha'u'llah is known only by less than 1% of the population, I decided to write an introduction to his life and his early writings in the book. So the second part of the book is an introduction to the life and the teachings of Baha'u'llah. The first part of the book was this uh, going from the derived religions into the original religion, the idea that these derived religions are not valid. We could uh, ignore them, of course, but what they say about the original, if you they bring up the original religion, in that they are correct, of course. But what they have added, how they have interpreted many things, we could ignore. Okay, so a little bit to the introduction of the life of Baha'u'llah. Okay, Baha'u'llah's name is Hossein Ali Nuri, or of Nur, because he was born in the province of Nur, north of Iran. So Hossein Ali of Nur. His title is Baha'u'llah. For many years was Baha only, which means glory, splendor, and after most, after some years, his title was Baha'u'llah, which means glory of God. And that's the way we know him. Okay, he was born in Tehran, north of Iran, and he lived there for many years. In the year 1844, at the end, he received some writings from the Bab, and he immediately recognized that they were of the same extraordinary quality as the Quran. So he immediately believed that the Bab was a true representative of God, something exceptional, something that is not easy to accept. But he did, and he became a disciple of the Bab, and he taught Babism in the neighborhood. So it started in 1844, he was a Babi, for late 1844. Now, the Bab had accepted that he was a representative of God in 1844, and of course found that the Muslim couldn't accept him, and the Muslims convinced the government to execute him, and he was executed in 1850. The Shah ordered his execution, and the Babis suffered a lot, of course, and were depressed and uh, well, bitter about it. And some Babis, not following the teachings of the Bab, decided to kill the Shah, the king of Iran. And of course, they did it poorly because they weren't organized or anything. They were just bitter. And they didn't, of course, they didn't kill him, but they attempted to. So the Shah, of course, started a, a